New day, new Mario Kart video. So last night I had a massive bowl of ice cream that I downed in less than 3 minutes, and midway through I thought about a specific ice cream track, Sky High Sundae. I love this course in Mario Kart World. From its immaculate theming to its shortcut potential and overall fun but simple layout, it's a great track that I enjoy playing on. But I also think it's extremely mid in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
It's trash.
Its weird anti-gravity use combined with these disgusting visuals and bare minimum layout make for a pretty boring track to play on. And that's what's so interesting to me. In 2 back-to-back releases, Sky High Sundae has gone from being considered a mid addition to being one of Mario Kart World's best retro tracks. No, I'm not going to talk about the tour version, don't bother asking. In today's video, I want to analyze Sky High Sundae based off the following criteria: visuals, gameplay, and legacy, to see how this once mediocre track was innovated. Let's begin. During the beginning of production for this video, one of my favorite content creators, Albert Boris, made a video discussing the best and worst retro tracks. Go check out that video when you're done with this one. But my point is, when they began discussing how Sky High Sundae got improved, they went on to state the following.
Even as someone who thought the 8 Deluxe version was barely acceptable at first, this new take is honest to God making me reconsider how much I really even liked that one to begin with.
This is my exact reason on why I don't like the original Sky High Sundae. Now, here's the thing, I like the concept of an ice cream track, and I appreciate all the different ice cream types that are present in it. But dear God, this track looks so chopped! These visuals are so damn plasticky and do not help with this track looking appealing in any way. Now, right about now, some of you might be saying, well, Albert, cut the track some slack, it was ported from Mario Kart Tour. No. Say it with me now. Coming from a mobile game is not a valid reason for this track to look atrocious. Now, I know the boosted course paths just had a problem with looking somewhat bad overall, but ref, look at the textures. There are none. Thankfully for us, Mario Kart World got us covered. Not only does Sky High Sundae actually look appealing and not plastically, there are so many little details that really make it look like a genuinely fun looking track while also being pretty colorful. Take notes, BCP, this is how you do ice cream textures. Overall, I really prefer the way Mario Kart World handled the aesthetics over the BCP. While the original track was exclusively an ice cream themed track, the World iteration has way more sweet treats like candy canes and what I assume are giant gumdrops. Obviously, the textures on everything look phenomenal and put whatever this was to shame. I like all the little details on the track, such as the off-road being made of chocolate, parts of the track either being made of waffle cones or ice cream. Also like how a bit of neon lights have been embraced to the track's overall identity. Also, I forgot to mention it in the original script, but look, it's my boy. They turn him into gelato. Look, it's my boy. Overall, just the many delicious details make this track visually one of Mario Kart World's most fun areas to look at, especially at night. This track is gorgeous at night. I also like how instead of floating above the clouds, this track is actually part of the world's snow biome, with the entire ice cream land being held up by these wooden sticks that you'd see on popsicles. Speaking of, check out this bottom area. It doesn't have much going on, but it's cool that they somewhat decorated it. Good job, Nintendo. Even if I went on for hours about how the little details, such as the hidden shops, the dessert decorations, ice cream trucks, and many more help with making this track feel that much more alive, just one side-by-side comparison with the BCP variant will be enough to show what I mean by the World version clearing it in terms of the looks department. Now, to be fair, World had to include all these details because of the free roam mechanic, but I'm gonna use any reason I can to slander the old Sky High Sundae. I think we're about done with this section of the video. Wonder what time it is.
It's clobbering time!
Now, in terms of gameplay, both tracks appear to be very simple. I mean, look at the mini-map, it's an oval for crying out loud. You'll start by immediately gliding out the giant freezer. Now, something I will say I've always liked about this course is how you could drive through a giant cone to potentially get an item box. After that, you'll land atop some chocolate, where there are some more item boxes. You'll drive on some stairs where you could potentially get a weird anti-gravity boost from these rails. Interesting. From there, you'll drive up this ramp where you could go either left or right. It'll lead you onto this collection of wafers that you could trick off of, and side note, this camera angle is pretty damn weird with how it angles. If you happen to fall off the top road, chances are you'll make a recovery via the bottom road. Either top or bottom will leave you driving towards the floating ice creams where you'll make a left turn. Another side note, but I kind of do like how these ice creams look like this. They look pretty cool driving on it, and it does scream ice cream track. From here, you'll trick off these ice cubes and drive back into the freezer, finishing your lap around the track. Overall,
Not quite my tempo.
the gameplay of this track isn't actually that bad. It's very simple, but unfortunately for Sky High Sundae, it's also got some weird anti-gravity stuff going on with the whole track, and overall, it's not exactly the best course in 8 Deluxe by a long shot. Its downfall came from being made in a mobile game, and as we'll see in a moment, being designed in a way that would be actually fun to play on really does redeem the track. And now, it's time to talk about the Mario Kart World version. It goes absolutely stupid in using the new mechanics, grind railing and wall riding. That's right, baby, this track is actually good now! Without further delay though, let's actually discuss this gameplay. We begin by driving out of the giant ice cream shop and immediately get greeted by A, the glider, or B, the grind rail. Taking the glider will of course allow you to glide through the sky and potentially go into the new neon ice cream sign. But more interestingly, if you choose to get on the grind rail, you could drive on another grind rail or the cookies to the side. Once all three paths converge, you could get access to the item box carousel and continue driving along the waffle cone path. You remember those weird rails you would clip through back in 8 Deluxe?
Yes!
Well, in World, they have been changed to be grind rails you could ride on. Yeah! Continuing down, you could either A, go far right to drive on some ice. Why would you though, when the other side's faster? Or B, obviously go left and potentially use a mushroom to cut through some chocolate. Eventually, you'll make it to the ramp that has the two paths for you to choose from. Unlike the BCP version, where after you trick off, you won't be able to see where you're going, the World iteration adds a second ramp, allowing you to both get another trick in and also determine where you want to go. This entire area is really cool to drive across because of all the things you could do. You could go to the farthest sides to ride on some rails, you could rush through the ice cream paths, or you could even go down below and glide for a bit. I gotta say it, this is a really cool area to race on. Once you're done with that mini gauntlet, you'll be able to drive across the ice cream path that makes you take a left turn. But we're not done yet with the secrets this track has to offer. If you know how to wall ride, you can become Spider-Man and ride across the side of these ice cream cones. This is such a damn cool shortcut, bro. Even though I had already liked this section of the track back on 8 Deluxe, the World version clears the original by a mile. Listen, I gotta say, I like to wall ride whenever I can in this game, so being able to cut the majority of this left turn is always cool to see. Anyways, once you make that left turn, you could trick off a bunch of ramps before driving back into the ice cream shop, finishing a lap around the course. Guys, when I mean this version of Sky High Sundae is pretty good, I mean, damn, that is pretty good! I freaking love playing on this track, yo. There's so much things to do in terms of gameplay options that I could almost guarantee that when you play this course, you'll be taking a new path each lap. Now that I've finished discussing both the visuals and the gameplay of these ice cream tracks, let's move on to the final section of the video. So overall, I think the lasting impact each respective version of the track had was very different in both games. One track was, damn, it was remembered alright, and the other one has straight up become a highly respected retro track. And speaking of that title, I've heard the theory that Sky High Sundae was supposed to be a Mario Kart World Nitro track, and it ended up getting ported over to Tour early. While it is a cool theory that I believed at first, realistically, why would they go through the hassle of making the track in Mario Kart World only to then make a worse version of it to see how people would react? Let's be honest here, that's incredibly stupid and it would be an unnecessary waste of resources. So instead, I think the team behind Mario Kart World probably liked the idea of an ice cream track so much that they wanted to work it into the new game. But back on topic, I think that Sky High Sundae has become a genuinely great track now. Sure, it was never a bad track to begin with, but it wasn't exactly a good one either. So to see it get such an insane glow up in the next release might actually be generational. Hell yeah! Plus, it does have the bonus of being our only representative for anything related to Mario Kart 8, at least for now. And one last thing, this track's song is kinda cool, but this is cooler. So with all that said, I think I've made my thoughts about both iterations very clear. I'm gonna be giving the original Sky High Sundae a C tier ranking and the World version an easy S tier. I would like to know what your guys' thoughts are on Sky High Sundae as a whole, since in my opinion, this could lead to a really interesting discussion point. But yeah, Sky High Sundae is one delicious track.
Mr. Delicious!
Thank you guys so much for watching and thanks for the recent support. Like and subscribe to see more Mario Kart content, and with that said, happy birthday to me. Bye bye.